Happy Friday, Ranger Nation. You made it another week. Welcome to the Ranger Week in Review. We've got stuff to go over this week, a bunch of stuff in gaming and Beast Morphers stuff. Of course, when are you going to sleep? When are you going to watch Beast Morphers? I don't know the exact date, but I do have a better time frame for you this time. I also am not feeling well, so I apologize. There's probably going to be less edits and less layers and stuff, but we're going to get through this. Anyway, we have no option. This is Ranger News we're talking about. We gotta get it. You got your drink? You got your drink? Awesome. So kick back and relax, guys. We're just gonna get into it because the Ranger Week in Review starts right now. Thank you for joining me, everyone. Welcome to the Ranger Week in Review, the show that goes over everything that happened in your world in Power Ranger news this week. And I just want to say a really big hello. In the last week or two, I've gotten quite a few new subs. So if you are new here, welcome. This is the fun Friday show, and I'm sorry, it's going to be a little different. So stick around until next week. You'll get the full effect. We're going to start where we normally start, and that is Beast Morphers. I did a video on Wednesday going over everything we know so far. But since Wednesday, because this is news, folks, things have changed a little bit. Two quick things that I did forget or have wrong on the video. One, there's a power-up mode, and I'm calling it a power-up mode, but we honestly don't know what it's going to be called yet, so just, you know, grain of salt. It is a powered version, I guess. He's wearing some shoulder stuff. We've seen a pic leaked of it. We don't know anything else about it yet, and I'm sorry that I did leave that out of my Beast Morphers video. And also, I had spoken wrong. It is actually Grid Battle Force. I had my notes somewhere, Grid Battlers, and it's actually funny because I was like, really? I thought it was Battle Force, but I went by my notes, and I was wrong. So thank you so much to Legend Rangers Forever and Nathan Furnier. Both of those guys reached out and said, hey, this is actually wrong. Thank you for letting me know, and I can't re-upload, I'm not going to re-upload the video and like refilm it, but I did make a note of it at the bottom, and I appreciate that. Thank you. What we did learn from Beast Morphers this week is that it's not coming out in February. We've been told February, but that was the normal. A lot of us were thinking, Hasbro, you can't sell toys until spring. Why is there anything you can do? Well, guys, the grids have came out, and I know grids are like in a million things right now, but I'm talking about television grids. That has came out, and Power Rangers Beast Morphers is not in the month of February, so that means we are looking at March at the earliest to see our show. What do you think? I've had a few people, you know, let me know in the comments for a while. I've had people asking, like, hey, do you think it's going to premiere around the Kids' Choice Awards, which is usually like March. Let's say it's like March 23rd, for posterity's sake. I thought it was going to be too late because they kept saying February, although I fully believed they really should not launch the show until March or April. We'll see who's right or who's also right, because it's all a guess at this point, right? But it's coming out for, excuse me, March at the earliest. That means we have another month. What are we going to do in that month? Well, wait for Beast Morphers? Let me show you. Well, I can tell you one video that's going to be made is, kaboom! I finally broke down and paid like $13 to have them shipped to me from Canada or something. I can't find these guys anywhere, or at least in my area. I've checked all the shops. They all have their Valentine's stuff out. Nobody got these. So I got them, so I'll be doing a video about that later this week. Last bit of Beast Morphers news. The director, Simon Bennett, made a comment on Twitter that he didn't think anybody live tweeted Power Ranger episodes. And he's like, well, the fans, I don't even know if they know what Twitter is. And because, I mean, guys, the show's made for like 3 to 5 year olds. I mean, I doubt her probably knows what Twitter is, but that's because, you know, this is what I do. It's not a big deal. It really wasn't a big deal. I think some people kind of blew it out of proportion. There were a few of us that reached out and just kind of introduced ourselves and said hi, and that, you know, we do it. And he said, hi, cool, you know, glad to know you. If he lives in New Zealand, which I believe he does, they don't air Power Rangers in New Zealand. So this is, you have to keep that in mind. They don't air Power Rangers, or at least they didn't air Power Rangers in New Zealand. And it's, I mean, he has older kids, like, what do you say, like 11 and 13 or something. It's not a big thing. I'm not really concerned about it, guys, but hopefully the few of us that reached out and said hi, I mean, gave him a better understanding of the fandom, and maybe good things can come out of it. Or maybe nothing. It doesn't matter. It was a tweet. Going over to Ranger news in general, though, big congratulations to John Twee. He played Doggie Cruger in S.P.D. and Daggeron from Mystic Force. He's been cast alongside The Rock in the new Fast and Furious movie. Think like WWE Roman Reigns is in there. I know I have a lot of wrestling friends too on Twitter, so they're really excited about that. Congratulations to you, buddy. I'm obviously gonna know you as the voice of Doggie Cruger for the rest of my life, but to have others get to see your work, congratulations and the best of luck with your movie. For Jungle Fury fans, there's a couple of Gekiranger concept drawings. Gekiranger was Jungle Fury for Jarrod and Camille shippers. That is the actual wording from none other than Miss Jackie Marshallin, who she worked for Power Rangers for a long time, especially during the Disney eras, and I'm so glad she gets to send these out. So if you want to take a better look at the more intricate details, they have a lot of details on them. Check out the links below, and don't forget to follow Jackie. She always posts really good Ranger content. If you want to get some things for a cheap deal, Walmart is super duper clearancing out things after Christmas. The things that were clearance have been clearanced again. I picked up the Lionfire Morpher for $7. It was under $10. I kind of had to do it. There's a few left. There's so much dust on this thing, but for $7, and it launches, you know what, that's fine. For $7, it launches darts, and I can use it when my cat gets up on the kitchen table. So, thanks, Power Rangers. Not too much in comic news other than 35 came out. I haven't personally read it yet. I've been affected by the polar vortex, and you're not leaving the house unless you have to, but it has the Dark Ranger and the Heckle origin story in it. I personally can't wait to pick it up and give it a read. There's a slight issue. I think a lot of people were probably buying digitally. There's a slight issue where they were getting 34 instead of 35. So if you have bought it digitally and haven't read it yet, check to make sure Amazon, Boom Studios, they know it was an issue, so reach out to them and they'll get it fixed for you if you were affected by that. Moving on to gaming news. Speaking of Dark Ranger, I mentioned an excited Ranger Review live last week in Toku. Dark Ranger is out, if you didn't get to catch that. He's out, he's in the comics. It's a pretty good time. Heckle's getting some love, and I'm very happy about it. Some other team getting some love is Power Ranger Ninja Steel. They have just been added, or they're joining, I don't know if they're actually in it yet, but they are joining Power Rangers All-Stars, that game that I admittedly don't play, but if you play it, great, and Power Rangers Ninja Steel is coming your way. Heroes of the Grid news really quick. We got the results from the backer survey, and the team that is going to be added is none other than Zeo. I have to sing things even when I don't talk, I'm sorry. Zeo is going to be added to Power Rangers Heroes of the Grid. Yay! Those things are still going to be coming out in August, at least as far as mass general retail is concerned. I think if you got them on the Kickstarter and stuff, it might be June or July, I'm not sure, but keep a lookout on it. They do send emails, and check out the link below to their Kickstarter page where they do post updates if you want to know more about it. And our last bit of gaming news is Power Rangers Battle for the Grid has released new gameplay footage this week. We found out there's going to be a story mode, a classic, and a versus or a ranked battle system that come out when the game launches. There were some people, so take a look at the footage. They've let us know that it's pretty much in pre-alpha stage as far as what is the gameplay that is captured is concerned, which makes me slightly concerned. But it is in pre-alpha phases. I know some people were kind of thrown off by like the hit stopping on the battles, but they reassured us like, look, we're taking all these things into consideration, but this is not final gameplay footage, so let us keep working on it and see what we have coming to you soon. Coming out in April, it's available for pre-order on every platform right now, I do believe, and PC is coming in summer. Good news for people wanting to order figure art. GameStop has been adding them for Ultraman and Kamen Rider. Bad news, GameStop has now called off the search for somebody to buy them. Apparently they found out that they were only worth like $3 in trade-in value, and they just said, screw it, they're going to keep it themselves. It's a sad thing. I mean, we just saw Toys R Us go, and honestly, I mean, GameStop has kind of stepped in where it would have just like, oh, I'll wander around Toys R Us for a while. It's kind of turned into, well, I'm going to Target, I'll wander around GameStop for like 10 minutes. They've kind of become that second other, like, I just want to look at toys. I just like looking at things and gathering information. I know, you're surprised. Hopefully they get it bought up by someone not named Bean Capital to run them into the ground like Toys R Us, but that is another rant for another day. Good luck, GameStop. I hope you get some trading credit. Are you a member of the rewards program? You will get more credit if you're a member of the rewards program, GameStop. Just letting you know. Short, sweet, and sick. Guys, this has been the Ranger Weekend Review. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and dealing with all of this. I promise next week I'm going to do everything I can to be back at it and Rwir and everything. But thanks for tuning in and catching up on all of your Ranger news. My name is Ranger Liz. Have a fan-freaking-tastic weekend, Ranger Nation, and I'll see you at the next video. I can't believe I just did that.